Good morning. It is now Monday, August 18th, 2025 at roughly 3 o'clock in the morning. Um, it's been quite the day. I have not slept. I have been continuously with Chris, minus like 5 minutes, I think, since he was dropped off in front of me by a Milton police officer. Gonna continue to pretend I'm still documenting anything when I know that the videos get deleted in 30 days. Um, at this point, I'm pretty convinced that the only people who actually watch my videos at all with any regularity are members of law enforcement. And thanks for watching. It's obviously helping. I set out in. I started consciously doing it in 2021, having conversations with police officers that they did not want to be having, um, that made them very uncomfortable, because they're necessary. And those conversations generally included things like, I have a fear of being shot by the police, and I'd just like to believe that you got into public service because you wanted to help people and not because you wanted to be able to kill with impunity. Things like that. Because that's just what I would like to believe. Because I'm a mad scientist, I'm an evil psychologist, sure, whatever. I got into human services because I wanted to do good for humanity. I wanted to figure out what the fuck was wrong with me so I could fix it. I'm fairly confident that I have figured out what is wrong with me. And it cannot be fixed. It can be um, mitigated. It can be accommodated. Um, I'm just thinking of vocabulary words. It can be harnessed. What is wrong with me can be harnessed. It is a power that can be harnessed for good. Um, Evolutionary science stuff I don't want to have to explain. I'm a predator. Um, in the animal kingdom, no, no. I am a scavenger. That's confusing, Dylan. What are you trying to say? I once looked a man outside a bar directly in the face and said, I sexually identify as a predator and you are just not my type, and then turned and walked into the building. I looked a police officer in North Adams in the body cam and said that I am a violent sexual predator and I believe that I still deserve to live. And in my memory, that cop was crying when I said that. He was handsome and due to poor signal, I was interrupted. He did not have a beard. I think he did have a facial scar. I have a thing for guys with facial scars. I have a teeny tiny facial scar here from the first night I was arrested in Weymouth. I'm a bad guy. This is a fun game for me. I get to run around trying to antagonize people with guns and just shooting me in the head. What kind of fucked up game is your kid playing? Nope, that's his reality. Oh, yeah, no, Superman wears glasses too. It's just some people have poor vision, but also fight better with their glasses off. Because if you let your eyes adjust, I'm never gonna have to fight him. I'm absolutely never gonna have to fight him. We can be rehabilitated. We can. We just can. I hate doing it. I hate saying it. I hate saying it every time. No, the end part. The first half of the sentence is fun. I'm just glad I was always only ever attracted to older men. I feel so bad for pedophiles. I feel so fucking bad for them. I just don't think I could kill a person. I just don't think I could do it. Not to save my own life. Not if I caught them doing something. I just don't think I could kill a person. Unless I had a gun. And then I would do it incredibly quickly and efficiently. I wrote an essay in the 7th grade that I turned in. That I got 100% mark on. It was written in very poor, sloppy handwriting. Pretty sure he didn't read it. If he did, I answered the question honestly, and he didn't want to get involved. I don't remember the teacher's name, but our social studies teacher asked the class if we lived in a third world country with limited access to healthcare and education and things that we enjoyed, and just basically if we didn't live where we live, what would we do? At the age of 12, I wrote an essay where I said that I would get as many guns and followers as I could find and execute my community, the people who lived around me, to put them out of their suffering early. I got a perfect mark on that at South Middle School in Braintree, Massachusetts, 02184. I told them that I would kill everyone I knew. There was no conference for that paper. I liked the band Megadeth though. So in my my health studies binder, that was the year that Mrs. Allen said milk duds instead of milk ducts by accident. She never got control of the class back. We laughed at her so hard. And she was uncomfortable with what she had to say to us, and she just never got control of that classroom back. But I started making a list of 99 ways to die in the binder for that class. That woman did not stop fucking following me. I make a list of ways to kill myself. They were concerned. I informed my social studies teacher that I'd kill everyone else too, first. I just might not have been included in that one. There was almost certainly a conference about that. If they could read a single word of it. Was that negligence on the part of the teacher? That wildly defiant child who is just like he just randomly will just like knock a kid's books like I was really good at the like people carried their books under their arms and just bam, everything you own is scattered across the hallway, and I just because it could. Just like to see the explosion. I was constantly telling them that I was going to kill them and eviscerate them and eat them. Carried around a copy of Helter Skelter and kept it on my desk. Matt Sisk ran for something. That's the name of a real person I knew. He ran for something in our town. I don't remember if he got elected. I remember kind of scoffing when I saw the sign. I was like, yeah, that tracks. I have I have no idea whether he won, what his policies were, what he was running about. I just remember I'm like, oh yeah, he was a dickhead. And but also politics made absolutely perfect fucking sense as a career for that kid. This makes absolute perfect sense as a result for me. If Matt ever is aware that I say any of this, Matt Sisk sat in front of me in Mrs. Whalen's, I think that was 8th grade history class. And I sat... Oh, so I may have my timeline wrong. I may have been saying my own timeline wrong, because I kept saying I was 12 in this memory before. I would have been 12 in the memory, but it was a different year than I thought. Okay, there we go. I was 12 at the start of 8th grade. That makes sense, yes. Okay. Accuracy matters when you're a historian, right? So, I'm my own personal historian. These are all the crimes I didn't commit. These are all the people I didn't kill. Braintree did something right. I'm trying to figure out what it was. If you're gonna say that you're continuing Hans Asperger's fucking research on autistic adults, you might want to have any idea what the fuck you're saying when you say that. Black Hitler sounds like a great idea to me. Oh, the monkey is clapping. The things I can see in front of me. Oh, I'm anxious. I heard humans in the distance. Oh, Chris is waiting for me in the tent. We are not back together. He's alone with my baby. I don't think I could kill a man. But I've already told him I'll fucking hurt him if he hurts my kitten. Yeah, no, that's a better alternate dialogue.
Steve,
Yeah!
I'll smoke it out here.
Okay, you got impatient waiting for your cigarette?
Huh?
Are you impatient? I'm on Facebook Live. Are you impatient waiting for your cigarette?
Yeah, I don't care. Just give me a cigarette.
Okay, where's my cat?
She's sleeping.
Okay, you made sure she's still in the tent before you got over here?
Yeah, she's sleeping. She went back to sleep.
Okay. You're aware your voice is being recorded and that I'm talking to myself? Because you asked me not to talk to the cops about you.
I know.
I'm talking directly to the cops this time.
Okay, good.
Forget what I was saying. I heard you in the distance and started doing mindfulness. Oh, I'll fucking kill you. Like, I will straight up murder you with this shovel and bury you in those goddamn woods if you kill my kitten.
Cat's fucking sleeping.
That's what I thought. I don't know that I could kill a man, but I could butcher a body, Chris.
I don't care. The fucking cat's sleeping. What do you want me to fucking do?
I will bite your dick off and eat it in front of you.
The cat is sleeping.
We're getting along really well. He keeps complaining that the cat's gonna get too big for me to take care of. As soon as he realized how heavy the pot full of dirt that he filled with dirt, that I bought a too big pot that he filled with dirt to replant our cactuses in. Those cactuses live at my other emotional support human's house where I legally reside. I'm gathering a family of emotionally disabled, crazy people who want to do community service in exchange for just being allowed to live outside where we want. We want to live outside. We want to go clean up the fucking parks and live in them. Like we're supposed to. Humans are supposed to migrate. Some of us like living outside. If you don't want to be outside, give us outside back. I don't want to walk on broken glass, and I hate shoes. I am so fucking tired of wearing shoes. And these ones are too big. Because he was bothering me in the store. Couldn't lace them tight enough, because it was all the way in the back fucking corner of an unfamiliar Walmart. He's bothering me about the shoes and bothering me about the shoes. By the time we got to the register, I was so fucking irritated waiting in that line, listening to a baby scream and that old man bitch. I tore the tags off and put the shoes on my feet. That's shoplifting, according to the law that I was taught. That's a crime. And then I paid for the shoes. And left the store. Because I wasn't stealing the shoes. I was in sensory overload because the boots that I was wearing, the left one is on my mom's grave now. The sole bent in half like this. Like that. They looked like Doc Martens. The soles were not Doc Martens. Went to Walmart and bought a pair of shitty sandals that also looked like they could be Doc Martens. They're black and have the stitching. They looked like the boots, which had the white stitching where yellow stitching would be on proper Docs. So I picked up a pair of shitty. I hate strapping shoes to my. I hate sandals that have. I like putting clothing on my body at all. I fucking hate it. I'm wearing another shirt under my shirt. This is my free hug shirt. Nope, this is his shirt. I had to borrow his shirt. Because I wasn't wearing a shirt. Because as I said to someone else in a comment, because that, oh, that's another influencer. I guess I want to be an influencer, right? So, see, I cannot sign and speak at the same time. So, I'm learning ASL slowly. I cannot do both at the same time. They require different cognitive processes for me, and I cannot, I can't, there's certain cognitive processes. It doesn't matter how gifted I might be. And it's questionable, really, if any of it was gifted or if I was just being tested wrong. I think everyone was just being tested wrong. Right, I am an agent of chaos on the side of neutrality at the moment. Right, agent of chaos, side of neutrality. But every now and then, no, I act for evil or good depending on what works for me better in the moment. If you sit down at a table with 10 Nazis, that makes you a Nazi? Fuck it, I guess I deserve to get punched in the face. He's complaining about his bodily aches and pains. He can hear me. When we were I recorded a video, one of the videos I posted, I think I recorded it. We had a conversation where I told him, just let me get my own ass kicked, Chris. It was like, I know you. He offered to teach me to box. He offered to teach me to defend myself. He offered to kill people for me immediately. And I told him, just let me get my own ass kicked. If I run my fucking mouth, just let me get my ass kicked. Because I have not had my ass kicked in a very long time, and I do not even know if I can take a punch. I have been telling people for a while, because I was going to TMX boxing with my friend for a little bit until, finances mostly, and he and I had some tension in our relationship because of reasons. Um, I don't. I That's the thing is most people don't want you to talk to the cops about them, but there are reasons that I talk to fucking everybody about anything. I'm selective about what I say, but now that I'm thinking about it, if I'm talking about the people that I love, and I know that the only people that really watch me are the police, am I snitching on my family and friends every time I tell about like the people that I love that I'm happy about what's going on in their life? Like I embraced living in this surveillance state because it was the only way to survive the horror of it. That's why I begged a cop to shoot me in the head instead of send me back to jail. I hope it hurt his feelings really fucking bad. I hope he went home and cried that night. That was much nicer. Told the cab driver when he dropped me off in North Adams I hope he fucking killed himself. Got out of the car crying in front of a cop and said, I hope you don't kill yourself, dude, and walked away. She tried to convince me that I didn't tell him that I hoped he killed himself. I was like, no, you don't understand. You didn't hear what we were talking. You didn't hear what was said inside the car. And that's the problem in a nutshell. Nobody knows the entire story. Because the entire story is entirely too long, because it is the entirety of history. Once you start unraveling the threads, you unravel. Most people, I don't think, can pick themselves back up and put themselves back together. A person I love dearly, who I sexually assaulted at the age of probably 18. Let's just get that right out there. Once told me, he told me some H.P. Lovecraft quote about the human mind isn't supposed to be able to correlate its own contents. That it's a blessing that it's not able to do that, and that he felt that I had not been spared that, that I had not been granted that blessing. That I was cursed with understanding my own mind and my own existence. And yeah, I self-actualized. I fully came into my own personhood. I recognized my own flaws, faults, fantastics, and I am now just waiting to die. I'm gonna keep doing the dailies, but I'm waiting for the game to be over. I gamble that every single person I meet might just fucking kill me. I knew immediately he wouldn't. And I'd put myself between him and a bullet. When I decided to become a group care worker and work with children, they explained to me that one of the things that I would have to do is go into schools with the children sometimes, and that there was active, active shooter drills that I'd have to be trained on, and like things like that. And as one of the people who used to say openly how much I wanted to be that threat in my own community, I went home and I had a very long talk with myself about what kind of person do I want to be in that situation now. Like if I'm going to be working with these children and their lives are in my hands. Because if someone entrusts their child to your care, that child's life is in your hands. Knowing my own history and like the struggles I was having at that time, what kind of person do I want to be if that happens? And I thought long and hard about it, and I decided that I wanted to be the person that would just shield as many children with my own body as I possibly could, and just try and keep them safe. I thought about it every time I had to take the kids somewhere. It's why I drive so carefully. The first time I had to drive a minivan was I was driving a load of children. Well, that, and also I had to retake the driver safety a couple times because my medication changes. I didn't realize I was having problems until I rear-ended someone. I take my duty to warn incredibly seriously. I take the safety of others incredibly seriously. I know exactly how I'll euthanize myself if I decide that I'm not properly rehabilitated and cannot control myself. I am aware of every single consent violation I ever make, and I do things wrong on purpose. The consent violations are almost never on purpose. Sometimes I just don't realize what I'm doing. They're generally not egregious anymore, but somebody will kill me sooner or later. Or I'll die quietly and peacefully in my sleep. Or in some horrific freak accident. Acceptance of death. I own very little on purpose, and everything that I own carries meaning. I'm a death cultist, I guess. I don't know. I've always had a weird preoccupation with death and dying and suffering, and I just like to. I like to really look at a problem. Really think about the problem. And just understand the problem. I have examined suffering from every angle I can conceive of. It is a necessary evil that is far too abundant currently and improperly distributed. Something, the overstimulation of the visual cortex with light in the middle of the night. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. That is very bright. Ah, there's the color streaks. I'm never going to see my own child ever again. Because he did not want to get involved with what I wanted to do with the police, I'm pretty sure. I have very few visual memories. Like, I cannot visualize. I have very few visual memories. The look of desperate horror on my son's face in one of the conversations that we had where I was talking about my fixation with the policing reform problem and the medical industry. My favorite picture of my son is him standing in a dumpster smoking a cigarette. Like, if you don't come from trashy people, you wouldn't get it. It's the thing, I don't think my parents are trashy. Like, the rest of my family doesn't seem very trashy. I'm just like just this nightmare demon child that came out of nowhere. they did the best they could. I got a really good family, all things considered. Like, my mom is abusive as fuck, and I'm not gonna pretend she's not. She was doing what she'd learned. And her mom and dad were doing what they had learned. I was afforded a tremendous opportunity by the fact that I became disabled to be able to travel and go and see that, no, there's a ton of other ways that people behave. Like, I just, like, I don't understand people having good relationships with their parents. Like, I don't, like, I just, like, no, I can now, but, like, for the longest time, I just could not fathom having, like, a positive relationship with parents. I just, like, I could, like, intellectually see, like, I was like, no, that kid, clearly, like, they just, but, I have been surrounded by domestic violence and child abuse and alcoholism and drug addiction everywhere in my life, my entire life. Like, people who do not live in this world need to stop trying to tell us how to fix it. Come live with us in it, and then maybe I'll believe in but like, if you've never been desperate to the point where, no, I'd rather spend every penny I can get on hard liquor. I know people who just, they don't even bother with food. And they're too honest to sell their food stamps. So they just end up with a ton of food stamps and just begging for liquor still. Like, so, like, in the anti-cop realms of people, because, like, I'm in that realm way more than, like I'm not in the thin blue line groups. I'm not like I'll go into places that look like they probably, places with thin blue line flags or whatever. I'll go in them and just, like, I just assume that there's just a bunch of cops hanging out there, if that's, and I don't care, because there's reasons they don't want people to know who they are when they're off duty. I get it. It's the same reason psychologists don't want their fucking sorry, that's, watch the history of swear words and stop fucking bothering me about my swearing. I'm so tired of people who don't swear. Just sugar honey iced tea your way away from me. You want another cigarette?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can have this one.
Oh, thank you. Oh.
So this is a treat for me. I went to a state that has menthols. I don't normally smoke. Chris, when these run out, I don't intend to keep smoking, just so you know.
Okay.
This was a treat for me because I could get menthols. I don't really, I'll smoke cigarettes once in a while. Like, once in a while I want one. I do not like the ones that he smokes. But, like, if I can't get a menthol or another flavored cigarette, I don't really care for plain tobacco. But oh man, someone was smoking, like, a cherry cigar. Oh, that was nice. Chris, do you ever like to smoke cigars?
I used to like to smoke some cigars.
Yeah, I never really liked the cigars. I don't like to smoke them myself, but I love being around the smell of them. Like, they're just, ah.
I'm gonna go back and get some cat for a while.
You can go back and sleep for a bit.
Yum. I'm a little tired.
Yeah, I'm tired, but I needed to come back out here anyway because I needed my my sedative tonight. It's definitely no. This is the second night in a row. So so the PMDD thing, I'm still, like, I need to actually oh, I have to go to the Weymouth Police Department building tomorrow. Go all the way inside of it and talk to people tomorrow. So that'll be fun. Because I need that for my personal medical reasons. Yeah, I need to. This is legitimately my reasoning at this point. At first, I was like, restraining orders. Everyone gets a restraining order. And then it was, no, just make it so that nobody can call the police about me. Because if someone can block me from being able to call for wellness checks on my own house, oh right, that's still a real thing that happened that I want to pursue. I want to know why I wasn't allowed to call for wellness checks on my own house. And I want to know why I was arrested for disorderly conduct when I called for a wellness check on myself. So I'm going to ask them that politely tomorrow. I have questions about why I was treated this way. And I'd like them answered by someone other than Kelsey Monahan. I'd like to speak to Kelsey's supervisor, in fact. Because, my recollection of events is, I'd like to see their perspective of what the fuck has been happening since May of 2023 in the town of Weymouth, Massachusetts, where I was arrested when I called for help for myself, laid on the ground crying at a cop's feet about how I was afraid they were going to beat and rape me. And then because I jumped up and called that fucking stupid cunt a stupid fucking cunt to her face, I got arrested. I'd like to know exactly what the fuck that was about. Because I called for help for myself to go to a hospital, and oh right, that teeny tiny facial scar I mentioned, I fell through the back door and cut my face open and had to beg the cops to let the EMTs wash the blood off my face before they would put me in the cop car. And then they had my dad's address as my address somehow. Oh right, because I kept begging the cop to just take me to my daddy's house instead, because I was obviously still having a flashback to being abused as a child, you stupid fucking cunt! It can't be fixed. It can be mitigated. It can be harnessed. It can be redirected. It reminds me to control myself. That's why I wear a dog collar. The AC/DC one was specifically so that men of a certain age would want to approach me. Right, the wellness check paperwork. I want to see how it matches up with my menstrual cycle. Because testosterone is actually the appropriate treatment for my PMDD, and as a trans person whose healthcare rights are under threat, I'd like to see that documented more widely. And if I have to sue the Weymouth police about it, they were informed while I was being arrested that I might do that. I'm willing to help you, but I'm still building a case for why the whole system needs to be reformed. It's not just us that need rehabilitation. They keep kicking people's asses and then not documenting that they're doing anything with them. Do we believe victims or not? I think I'd like to go safely back to bed with the crazy man who's clearly not going to beat me, but who got very upset when I started saying my nightly prayers, worrying about whether he was going to beat me to death, or accidentally one of us is going to crush the kitten, or maybe somebody's just going to come tap all three of us from outside the tent tonight. We sleep with the window open so you can see which one's which. I am the only human sacrifice I choose in whatever fucked up religion I'm following. Everyone else does whatever they want. Same as me. goddamn phone that likes to embarrass me by the fact that I don't know how to use technology. There's a window in the way. Oh, right, I forgot. Properly pray. Thank you, existence, for allowing me to exist within you. Thank you for being alive with me in this moment, Christopher, who is in the car with me. Thank you to anyone who actually watched this, whether you're law enforcement or not. The things I said today were true. Yeah, I hate myself and want to die. You can get used to that, too. When you get too uncomfortable, you just get up and try and run away from it. I love me. I love Christopher. I'd defend him to the death, if the death meant I die.